Hello everybody, and welcome to this week's Quick Pick. Today we are talking about Maximus and a alpha primitive. Yes, once again with me is Troy, and we're at the War Light event, so everyone's surrounding us, so excuse us if there's any additional noise.
Yep.
But, so you've played the alpha primitive and Maximus. I've actually played you against you on your first time.
Yeah,
playing these guys.
they're surprisingly effective, and if you ever play alpha primitives, you need to play them with Maximus. Yes, they can benefit from all the Inhumans' inhumanity traits, but you really need Maximus. So let's just focus on the primitive first. They only have 3 clicks, but they have charge. This is on click 3 for some reason. I'm sorry. Start out with charge, 10 attack, 9 movement, super strength, 17 in toughness, and 3 in empower.
That empowers the essential portion, from what I remember. Especially when you've got multiple primitives.
When you have multiples, yes. But here's the thing about them. They only have 3 clicks. So more than likely, if they get hit and you're using them to tie up bigger pieces, they're going to be gone in 1 hit. But boo-hoo, they're 30 points.
Yeah, they're 30
You're not
points,
giving up much.
And with Maximus on the board, they're going to be coming right back at you.
Oh yeah. Maximus twice per game can summon a primitive right next to him. Another special thing about them is if they are within 4 squares of an Inhuman that is higher point value, they can move 4 squares for free.
Yeah.
Which is very, very special. Now, Maximus, when you push him once, which you should, he goes to his speed power, where he mind controls, and he gets +1 to his attack for each. He gets 4 -1 for each square away they are to his attack. So if they're right next to him, he gets +3 attack. So he goes to a 12 attack on that click.
Yep.
And the primitives say that any friendly character that's not a primitive can mind control a primitive. But they take unavoidable damage afterwards unless it's Maximus. They also get -2 defense when they're being targeted by mind control. So it's a very easy 12 on a 15 to mind control on a primitive adjacent
Basically
to you.
not a snake eyes, and you've got yourself an alpha primitive at your beck and call.
Yes. The other special thing about it is that when Maximus uses that power, his target also gets the attack bonus. So that primitive is coming at somebody with 13 attack. Assuming you don't have a heavy object, he's still doing 3.
But then you bring on a heavy object on there.
He's doing 5.
And if there just happens to be another alpha primitive standing right next there from a 6.
Or if you're just playing a Inhumans team, it has the Inhumans keyword, so you can just perplex up other things.
The other thing too is like you could potentially, if you've got multiple Inhumans, granted Maximus gets the one where it doesn't do any damage to him, but you could potentially have him attack multiple times per turn.
Yes.
From mind controls from other characters, leaderships and other stuff like that.
All that good stuff.
So he could just keep on going until he's dead.
The only bad thing about the primitive is, as another part of its limited intelligence trait, when it is targeted by outwit, everything goes away.
Yeah.
It loses all its powers. But more than likely, your opponent will find more desirable characters to outwit.
Even then, but the thing is, like, even then, if it's outwitted, it's still you can. If there's another Inhuman within range, he can still move 4, so that's basically still has charge, and he still has a 10 attack with 3 damage. And he's still got, I mean, this is a solid 30-point piece. And then you got Maximus right next to him that, you know, although he's going to be staying in the background, he's got to stay out of the fight 100%.
Yeah, he does not fight at all.
He's got an extremely soft jaw.
He also has a very interesting version of Outwit. When he does, you roll a d6, and if you roll a 1, he loses the power, so it doesn't work. But if you roll 5 or 6, he can immediately outwit again. And his outwit can't be outwitted. It cannot be countered. So, for a 105-point duo right here, that's amazing.
Yeah. And the fact is, I mean, basically, when you're getting an alpha primitive, you're basically putting out 30 point. Now, the downside of this Alpha Primitive, they do have a soft jaw, so an opponent, which I took advantage on a couple occasions, it basically gave you like 90 points if I take out 3.
Yes, but you give them 90 points to take out 150 or 200.
Yeah, like.
And if you're really dead set on keeping your primitives alive and you're playing a strictly Inhumans team, they can perplex up as defense.
Yeah. The key thing, though, if you're fighting an Alpha Primitive and Maximus, is range. They cannot handle range. You get them in, the key thing is you get them in close and they do a heck of a lot of damage, but from far away they can be eaten up pretty quickly.
Another funny use I found for them is when I believe I was fighting you, or I was fighting Rashad and he had Sleepwalker and I had to deal with barrier. I would mind control the primitive to bust the barrier and then use his regular action to go through and attack the person.
Well, even then, it's just taking out walls. These guys are wall bashers. If that's like, because I mean, they have a native 3, which is required to take out a wall.
And with the free movement,
with the free movement, they're up against the wall. They can smash the wall and then just potentially charge through it after. Well, the thing is, they do not ignore hindering terrain. So unless someone's like immediately right behind that wall, they'd have to stop in the hindering terrain that they went through the wall. So that's one thing. But at the same time, like they might be able to open up something for maybe Black Bolt to shoot through, because Black Bolt, even though I think he should ignore blocking and hindering terrain, much like the Iron Man,
he should break it.
He should break it, but he doesn't, and that's annoying to me. But that's just my own little rant about it.
Another great thing about them, even if you're not worried about dealing damage with them, I was playing a Kree Inhumans team with Ronin, so they were all Inhumans. And whenever there would be a chance for my opponent to come in to punch Atlas or Minerva, which was the big power of that team, I would just have Maximus summon a primitive. The primitive would walk over there for free, or Maximus would mind control him. And if he didn't hit, oh well. The person's tied up for 30 points.
Yep. Anyhow, this is the Inhumans, Maximus and Alpha Primitive, more focusing on the relationship between the two, and the Alpha Primitive, and not so much on Maximus. But that's what you're going to be wanting when you play these guys. They go hand in hand. So if you want to if you ever play these and you want to let us know how it did for you, if you have any comments about these pieces, please leave a comment. Feel free to like and subscribe to our channel. And until next time.
Bye.